Hi, everyone. Welcome to Shhhcrets. Before we get into it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you like raw, unfiltered opinions and the kind of truth that makes folks squirm a little. I'm late to the party on this one, but I had to chime in because when I read that Justin Baldoni's entire lawsuit was dismissed, yeah, I had questions. So let's break it down. Justin Baldoni's $400 million countersuit against Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, the New York Times, and Leslie Sloan? Gone. Dismissed? Tossed out like it was never serious to begin with. And what was the reason? The judge says he didn't meet the legal threshold for defamation, that he didn't prove Blake or Ryan knowingly lied, that the publicists and the Times weren't reckless with the truth, that Lively's statements are legally privileged. Legally privileged. There it is. That's always the fallback when someone with power wants to play offense without accountability. And to be honest, I think this was a setup from the start. Because the moment 19 advocacy organizations sent in letters supporting Blake and urging the court to dismiss the countersuit, I knew the court wasn't neutral anymore. Now, I'm not saying the judge was paid off. I'm not saying this was corruption in the backroom kind of way. But what I am saying is this. The system is so coded to protect the rich and famous that sometimes you don't need a payoff. The protection is baked in. Ryan Reynolds, off the hook. Leslie Sloan, not responsible. The Times, just doing their job. The entire power circle around Blake Lively, untouchable. Meanwhile, Baldoni is left trying to refile by June 23rd under impossible legal constraints. And look, I know defamation cases are hard, but I also know when something smells rotten. And this stinks. To me, it feels like this case wasn't dismissed because there was no merit, but because there was too much at stake if it moved forward. Hollywood doesn't want more mess. Media outlets don't want liability, and Blake doesn't want to risk her America's sweetheart image going up in smoke. She's out here selling shampoo and posting perfect selfies while this man's career and name are dangling in the wind. And what's worse? Her original lawsuit, that one is still moving forward. She gets her day in court, but he doesn't? Not fully? That doesn't feel balanced. That doesn't feel like justice. And y'all, if she wins that case, Baldoni could owe her millions. The same man who tried to fight back against the machine could be forced to pay the very people who might have harmed him. Let me just say this. If you've ever doubted how much protection fame gives you, this is your reminder. I've been in this space long enough to know how fast the industry rallies when it's someone they want to protect. I've seen careers erased for less, but Blake and Ryan are golden. They know how to smile, how to spin, and how to stay likable in the press. But let me ask you this, at what cost? Because whatever truth Baldoni was trying to share just got drowned in a legal technicality. And even if he does refile some of the remaining claims, the odds are stacked. It's not just about proof anymore. It's about who the system deems worth protecting. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. I don't care how many press outlets try to spin this as a win for justice. This looks like a win for money, a win for influence, and a loss for every person who thought telling their truth might actually matter.